Hello students, so here once again I am with another lecture on isometric projection. Again I am taking multiple solids. This time I have taken 3 solids, and if you look at this figure, this is the orthographic arrangement of these 3 solids. The lower side there will be a cylindrical block whose base will be 80 mm diameter and thickness I can say, because its height will be lesser than the diameter, so thickness will be 40 mm. Above it there will be, again I have placed a cube of 40 mm side, and above that cube there will be a there will be a cone of base 30 mm dia and axis 40 mm, and all the solids will be kept in such a way so that the axis of all the 3 solids will be on the same line, and that is perpendicular to the horizontal plane. So I am going to draw isometric projection or isometric view of these 3 solids. If you want to go for isometric projection, then you reduce the length by 9:11. If you want to go for isometric view, then use the 2 dimensions. So I have drawn this front view only, and with the help of this front view I am going to put the dimensions on the figure. As you know that we will start with the lower solid, that will be a cylindrical block, and you know that the cylindrical block's base will be a circle of 80 mm dia, and that circle will be embossed inside a square, and as you know that square, isometric projection of that square will be a rhombus. So I should begin with that rhombus actually. So I have drawn that rhombus in this figure, and that is the dimension 80 mm I have taken from here, as again that will be the top view. So I have used these two 30-30 axes, and with the help of this I have already marked this rhombus of 80 mm size. After that I am going to use one method that is known as 4 center method to draw the isometric of a circle. So that method will be like this. Initially what I am going to do, I am going to mark the midpoint of all the 4 sides of the rhombus. So initially what I have done, I have marked the 4 midpoints of all the 4 sides of this rhombus. After that, from the corners of the shorter diagonal of the rhombus, I will join these points with the help of straight lines. This method is known as 4 center method. Actually we will get the 4 centers for drawing the ellipse, that will be the isometric projection of this circle, and the 4 centers will be like this. The first center will be this point, that is the corner of the shorter diagonal, and this opposite corner, and these 2 intersection points will be our centers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the 4 centers, and with the help of these 4 centers I can easily draw, with the help of compass I can draw my ellipse. Take the first center, this is the center, and this length will be the radius, this total length, and you know that this length will be equal to the opposite this length. So draw a arc of this radius, that will complete this much portion of the ellipse. Same way from the opposite corner, this is the length, you can check both the lengths will be similar. So draw this line, this arc. After that, this will be the center, third center, and this much will be the radius. You can mark this. Now using the last center, this will be the center. You can easily draw. This is one of the easiest method to draw isometric projection of a circle, that will be an ellipse. So I have drawn this portion. Then after that, this is the upper part of our cylindrical block. Now for the lower part, either I can go depth wise and draw another rhombus, or because the length of the height of the cylindrical block is very less, so what I am going to do, from these 4 centers I will shift perpendicular downside 40 mm, so that I can get the center for the lower part. So the simple method will be like this: from this center I will go downside 40 mm, same way from this center, and finally from this center. So from all these 3 centers, upper 3 centers will be useful for me. I can shift downside and pick this length 40 mm. So 40 below first center, second center and third center, and also as this curve will be from this point to this point, so from this point you can shift perpendicular downside so that you can get the position of the arc like this. Now what I am going to do, I am going to use these new centers 1, 2 and 3. The radius will be the same as will be for the above curve. So that will be for above curve. If you remember, we have taken this much radius. So from this center I will take the same radius. Same way from this center we have taken this radius, so same way I can use this one. Same from the opposite side, you can go like this, and after that tangentially join this. No need to draw the dotted portion, as already I discussed with you, there is no need to draw dotted portion. So this will be the portion of cylindrical block. So now I think cylindrical block will be completed. Now above this cylindrical block we are going to place this cube. So for placing this cube, inside this I am going to plot, I want to keep that centrally inside this rhombus. So the logic will be, this lower rhombus will be of 80 mm size, and on this rhombus we want to keep our cube, and the cube's rhombus will be of 40 mm size. 80 minus 40, that is 20 mm. So if I shift 20 mm inside the figure, 20 from this side, 20 from this side, remaining will be 40. This will be 40. Same way 20 from this side, 20 from this side, again 20 and 20 and 20 from this side also. So what I have done, from all these corners I have shifted 20 inside. This is 20 length, so I have shifted 20 mm from all these corners. Now here I can draw the rhombus for the lower part of my cube. That can be like this. So this will be like this. So I have drawn this rhombus, then I will give this height So go upside again 40 mm. And if I join this figure, then this is the upper part of my cube. Now darken those parts which are visible to us. So this is the required cube. Again, if I rub the inside portion, as already I discussed with you, if you rub the inside portion, the figure look much better than the right now position. So I will rub this portion because this is not visible. The upper solid will hide this portion. So I am removing this. Now look at this figure. Now the cube will be exactly placed on the center of the cylindrical block. Now above this, I am going to keep a cone of 30 mm base side. 30 mm base side, this is 40, so 30 means if I shift 5 mm inside, so 5 mm from this figure I can pick, this value will be 5 mm small value, so 5 mm, 5 mm, 5 mm, 5 mm, 5 mm, 5 mm and finally all the 5 mm points. Now again I can draw a rhombus inside this rhombus. This is the easiest method to draw rhombus inside a rhombus, by shifting just inside the figure. And if you want to check all these lines, all these points should be in the same line. It means we have drawn properly. So this is the rhombus. Now again in this rhombus, this is the lower part of our cone. The cone's base will be a circle of 30 mm side, and 30 mm side will be 30 mm rhombus. Now again I am going to use the 4 center method by marking the midpoint of this rhombus, all the 4 sides of this rhombus, and then join all those points with the corner of the shorter diagonal of the rhombus, again in the same pattern which we have done earlier. So the method will be same. Again I can get the 4 centers. This is center number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Again use these arcs. So this is the lower part, then this part, then again the same way this small arc. And if you want to draw the back side portion also, that will be in the dotted form. So this is the lower part of our cone, and the height of the cone will be 40 mm. So from the center of the rhombus we can shift upside. I can mark the center of this rhombus this will be this point. From this I can go upside 40 mm. This is 40 mm. So upside I can move 40 mm on this axis. So this is the point. Join this with the rim of this. And that is the required cone. Now look at this arrangement. This is the required arrangement of the solid. So there will be a cylindrical block. Above that there will be a cube of 40 mm side, and above that there will be a cone of 30 mm base and height 40 mm. Huge construction work, very light construction work, or you can also later on remove that part. So this will be the solid, required solid. Now if you want to dimension the figure, as I already told you, we can dimension along these 30 lines. So here I can get the height of the cube, that is 40 mm, the height of the cone, this is 40 mm, so you can dimension the figure also. So this is the arrangement of this solid, that is a cylindrical block, cube and cone placed one above the other. I hope you understand the problem. Try to draw it in your notebook, and if you have any doubt, then rewind the video and understand again. Thank you very much. Thank you.